From a beginning on Big Brother to a possible end behind bars, this is the rise and fall of controversial influencer Andrew Tate. It's been hard to avoid Andrew Tate for the last few years. Tate was everywhere and built a huge empire of devoted fans. But that empire was built on horrific statements of misogyny, and scandal has seemed to follow him wherever he goes. Recently arrested, Tate was just released and placed on house arrest. Where did it all start? How's it going to end? Let's break down the history of this polarizing figure. By the way, if you know anything about Andrew Tate, you know that some of the content here might be shocking and upsetting. Andrew Tate started as a kickboxer and was a world champion in 2 weight divisions. His rise to infamy started in 2016 when he appeared on the UK version of Big Brother. While on the show, homophobic and racist tweets of his came under scrutiny, including a video that appeared to show him beating a woman with a belt. In defense, Tate would later say that the action was consensual and shared a picture of the woman who had a tattoo saying, "Tate's property," near her bikini line. Big Brother's producers removed him from the house after just 6 days. It was on social media that Tate truly began to amass an audience and gain traction, particularly among young men in far-right circles. What are some of his most notable social media memories? Well, he's tweeted that depression and other mental health issues aren't real. There are those racist and homophobic tweets that Big Brother brought to light, where he used a lot of slurs. But it's his views on women that he's probably best known for. A notable Twitter thread stated, "If you put yourself in a position to be raped, you must bear some responsibility." He went on to say that due to the transactional nature of dating, sexual assault, his tweets sent the message that if women drank alcohol, dressed a certain way, had their dates paid for, or went home with a guy, they were complicit in the harm that came to them. It's worth noting that these tweets were in response to the multiple accusations actresses made against Harvey Weinstein in October of 2017. He's also said that women belong in the home, can't drive, and are the property of men. And you won't see Tate trying to deny or apologize for his comments. In a YouTube interview, Tate proudly declared that he was absolutely a misogynist. In 2017, Tate moved to Romania in search of freedom. This clip has been deleted, but Tate said, "I'm not a rapist, but I like the idea of just being able to do what I want. I like being free." He also liked that there's no feminists, there's no open homosexuality, no homosexual agenda in Romania. As you might expect, there have been frequent calls to ban Tate from social media platforms. He's had 3 of his Twitter accounts suspended, but they've been reinstated since Elon Musk bought Twitter. In August 2022, he was permanently banned from Facebook and Instagram. One of his biggest platforms was TikTok, and videos with #AndrewTate have been viewed over 13 billion times. But his account was removed after a huge call to deplatform him. Alongside his prolific contributions to hate speech, Tate also tweeted, TikToked, and YouTubed a lot of, I guess you'd call it, self-help content? He espoused a bootstraps mentality, that you alone are responsible for your life, and men need to man up and work to improve their situations. This all formed the basis for his extremely lucrative online business, Hustlers University. Students or members of Hustlers University would receive training courses, access to a Discord server, and instructions on how to make passive income through online sources. What success did Tate have in the online arena to draw on? Well, he admitted that with his brother Tristan, he ran a webcam business where models made up sad stories in order to get money from their clients. He said the business was a scam, but claimed to have as many as 75 models working for him and to be making millions. In August 2022, there were over 100,000 subscribers to Hustlers University. That same month, Hustlers University shut down to be rebranded as The Real World. In late December 2022, instead of choosing to do, I don't know, anything else, Tate took a Twitter jab at climate activist Greta Thunberg. He asked her to send him her email address so he could tell her all about his car collection and their emissions. Not missing a beat, Thunberg wrote back, "Yes, please do enlighten me. Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com. Mic drop. Chef's kiss. No notes." It's worth remembering that even though Thunberg is a Nobel Peace Prize nominee, she's also a member of Gen Z, and she will drag you. In response, Tate made a video where he held a cigar and wore a dressing gown.
Thank you. So I'm actually mad at Greta, right? Because she doesn't realize she's been programmed. She doesn't realize she's a slave of the Matrix. She thinks she's doing good. Someone has sat her down and convinced her.
Surrounded by pizza boxes, obviously to make him look like an icon of masculinity and wealth. But a few hours later, Tate, as well as his brother Tristan, plus 2 women were arrested for human trafficking charges. So much for being a tough guy. Remember that getting kicked off Big Brother thing? Apparently, the real reason that Tate was thrown off Big Brother was the revelation of 2 rape charges and 1 charge of repeated strangulation. Shortly after, as we know, Tate moved to Romania. Remember what he said about things being more free? He was talking about a more lenient approach to criminal litigation, but clearly he was still on the authorities' radar and under investigation. And remember the webcam business? Romanian police raided the Tate home as well as their webcam studio, where they found 4 women. 3 of the women said they had been held against their will. The Tates are accused of recruiting the women by pretending to enter a relationship with them and then forcing them to create explicit content. The women were reportedly branded with tattoos that indicated they were property of or owned by Tate. Sound familiar? A theory that the Romanian authorities found Tate because of the pizza boxes in his response to Thunberg was disproved. But Thunberg did get a great final word on the whole matter. She tweeted, "That's what happens when you don't recycle your pizza boxes." Burns from Greta aside, the evidence is hugely upsetting and it's been a slow slog to justice. The pretrial detention has been extended and extended. Tate's been tweeting from jail, reportedly through his lawyer, continuing to push his businesses and spout his inspirational wisdom to followers. A number of Tate's assets have been seized, including properties, money, watches, and cars. Recently, the Tate brothers have been released to house arrest, which is meant to last until April 29th. They're serving this house arrest at their luxury villa in Romania, where they can have visitors, talk to the media, and continue to post to social media.
Internet personality Andrew Tate has been moved to house arrest.
It's a little bit emotional. I've been in one room since last.
Tate posted a video stating he had absolute clarity of thought and maintained his innocence. So from house arrest to being expelled from the Big Brother house, that was the rise and fall of controversial influencer Andrew Tate.